This is the Zion Methodist Cemetery right outside of Winburn Paint Township. 1927, 1934. So some of these are a few years old. Here it is. The Mount Zion Lutheran Cemetery. Sorry about that sun glare. Man, I got a UV filter on here. I've got an ND filter and it's still glares up. Faust. That was the name of the cemetery that we were at last. Now I like how they did this with the metal over the tombstone. Keeps the old tombstone, but really fixes the problem with weathering. Here's a little private plot, but I don't know who would be buried there. I did not research this. I'm just out driving around on Find a Grave and figured I would just start going to suggestions that it made. I mean, it's a nice cemetery. Yeah, this part of Pennsylvania, we don't have like huge cemeteries. And a lot of that is because the area of Pennsylvania I live in was coal mining towns. And these little towns were like 5-10 miles apart. Maybe had between 200 to 1,000 people. And a lot of these little towns stayed. And that's why we have small cemeteries, because each little town had their own cemetery, or most of them. So we don't have huge cemeteries or huge towns. Some of these towns have 150 people in them, even now. But they just put the old tombstones any which way in this place. Some's facing one way, some's facing north, south, east, west. They're all over. Now, for the most part, this is taken care of. There are some that are laying down. But I guess if they're laying down like this, it's better than being missing. I often thought about getting into fixing the tombstones and cleaning them. I don't know what equipment all I would need for that, but I would definitely volunteer some time here and there to come into one of these cemeteries, because there seems to be a lot of them down here. I mean, just look at this spot here. There's quite a few. But at least it's mowed. There's this year's wife over there, wandering around. Oh, there are. Yeah, there's even some here in the woods. I don't know why they. Well, it does look like they take care of it some down there. Well, this can't be the real old section, 1928, because up there was 1928, 29. I think it's just they can't get the mower down in here, but well, they do take decent care of it. It's looks like they at least run a weed eater through here once in a while. I was planning on just making a bunch of videos on small cemeteries and making a little compilation, but well, we're at 8 minutes, so this should be a video in itself. 1910. Died at 70 years old. I almost tripped over that poor guy. Now, I don't know if this feller's buried back here or someone threw his tombstone over the hill, but so, there's a corner marker, and there's a corner marker, so he must have been just somebody must have replaced the tombstone and just threw it out, maybe. Yeah, I think if my wife dies, this is where I'll put her. You know, like if the brakes ever go out on her car or something. Amos Ream and Edith. Let's fix this flag here.